How lovely. This little device screwed up. While I'm filming for you guys, it decided that it didn't want to record anymore. So I had to start over. And this is how we're going to start over. Yep, it made a mistake. This is part 2 to the first one. Like I said, I don't have the ability to edit. And I don't have the ability to, well, I can pause it, but that's if I was ready to do just that, and it didn't do just that. Okay, now we're going to try this again. Because I'm using oversized connectors, because I let somebody borrow my connector box and they didn't bother to reload what they used. They used damn near all the connections. There we go. We got a battery connector. Now I got to pull out another shrink wrap connector. And okay, get a red one out. These things are great. I mean, I love these things now. Before, I was using those damn butt connectors and discovering that they don't always connect. There we go. Uh-oh, we run into a little problem here. Ouch. Yep, we ran into a little problem. I have to strip back the other one further. Like I said, I apologize for making this video in 2 parts, but I didn't have a choice in that setup. There we go. Okay. There we go. Let's try this again. There we go. We'll let that cool. And that's a 5 amp fuse. We'll plug that in. And we'll put the cap back on it. There we go. And we will put that one back on. And we'll put this one back on. And we'll put that back on. Now, technically, speaking, I should have a functioning horn. There we go. I'm not going to carry you guys all over the place. So I'm just going to let you guys stand right there for a sec. And fingers crossed. We got 1 toot. That's all we got. Let me see if I pop that fuse. Okay. Yeah, well, let's see. Oh, yeah, I popped that fuse quick. That one little toot popped that fuse big time. Well, let's see, what else I got? Got a 15. I got I got 15s. Let's see what happens with a 15. All right. Here goes 15 amp. Okay. Now we just have to conceal wires. Well, not really going to conceal them. There we go. Let me get my special bit out. Well, actually, I'm going to just use the other driver that's 4. There we go. There we go. Now, whoa, that's in there. There we go. We have a functioning air horn in the buggy. There. Now nobody can say they didn't hear me. Yep. Yep. Well, for the fiasco of doing all this, you stuck with me. And like I said, I'm the Truck Luddite channel. I don't do everything twice, but I do mix and match things up. Because like I said, I started out with this buggy here. And I put a 13 horsepower engine. That is 6 horse more than what the manufacturer rated it for. Manufacturer only put a 7 horsepower motor in this Easy Go golf cart. Now, with that said, I have put a new steering box in it. I still got to do brakes eventually. I do got to do bearings in the all 4 wheels eventually. They're okay. They're not perfect, but they're okay. Now, the next project for this buggy, I know it looks like crap. I know it looked like I did a half-assed job to it. Well, hey, it's not meant to be perfect. I'm working with junk, okay? I got the buggy with no engine and no roof. I put all this stuff on it. When I first, if you go back to my videos, when I was first playing around with the engine, this thing was pulling wheelies without the roof. I was running it wide open down a dirt driveway alongside my house, and I discovered the front end wasn't touching the ground. The wheels stopped spinning, so I figured, oh, they locked up. And when I leaned over and looked down, the wheels weren't even touching the ground. So we'll leave it at that for that. But we will be back to work on this again, because I am going to be probably putting in a small winch, because I will use this for hunting. And I will be making up a small A-frame to go in the back, because the videos I can't show you right now because YouTube doesn't like watching animals get shot or butchered. And a week or so ago, I butchered a 85-pound pig. It was a fun job. It took me a while to do it, but I got it done. And I give meat when I need to other people that need it. And hopefully at the end of hunting season, when things calm down and I can get a butcher lined up, all the pigs will be processed and then taken to food banks, because we're going to donate that meat to the food bank. So with that said, the hunt buggy's almost somewhat done. Like I said, I got to put a couple of ATV winches on it. One in case I get stuck, and the other pick up what my back won't pick up. Because like I said, I got 16 inches of back scars on my back. And I'm doing this because it's the only thing I can do. I can't get a job because nobody will touch me with a 10-foot pole. Because I've got plates in my back. I have the fleshy parts between the spinal cord, the vertebrae, between the vertebrae. It's gone. I don't have anything there. And I have two synthetic metal plates on either side of my spine to keep three vertebrae locked together. And as you see how I'm I'm leaning forward on my legs, keeping my back straight. Like most people, you bend. I don't. About right around my kidney area, I can't bend. I can't bend over and tie my shoes. I have to wear slip-on shoes. You know how that makes a person feel? You can't bend over to tie a shoe. Oh, it's miserable. You folks are lucky. You can bend, you can move. Me, like right now, I get a shooting pain. It's a muscle spasm. So I'm going to lean back. Oh, I can lean back like this so you can see me now. But like I said, I do a lot of different things. I use my tractor when I can. I use my riding lawnmower when I can, and I use my buggy when I can. And that cheap ass shelf that I got from Temu, I mean, it's really super cheap. I cannot use the staging. I would not put anybody on it as staging. I use it as a work bench. I lay my projects on it that I'm doing out here with my electric planer because I can't use a hand planer anymore. You gotta remember, when people have injuries, they can't do certain things anymore. When people ask for help, they get ignored. And while my situation, same way, I get ignored. I have church friends that help me out on occasion. And I have other friends that will help me on occasion. But people I've helped in the past forget me all of a sudden. I do them a favor and they forget about me. Or they forget about other people. But enough of that. I'm trying to remain as self-sufficient as I possibly can. Anything that really needs help, I try to arrange it. I can't afford to pay anybody because I'm on disability. And we go from there. Like I said, I've done everything in this buggy. I've put in a fuel system. I put in the engine. I had to have help put the engine in. A buddy of mine had to put it in. And then we lined it up and bolted it in place. It's got electric start. So I tried pull starting this thing one day. Forget it. That 13 horsepower, you cannot pull it over by hand. Well, I'm going to do some other things to this. I'm not going to bore you anymore. I'm not going to bore you guys anymore. But like I said, I put this 13 horsepower engine in. I fixed the old fuel system. I ran a whole new fuel system. And you see two lines going to the carburetor. One's a vacuum line. And I gotta do a bunch of other things. But my little wiring job, it doesn't get hung up anywhere, and it works. I got my lights. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, I got my lights that I hooked up. That was one of my short videos. And I apologize for making this a two-parter. It was not my calling to make it a two-part movie, or whatever we call it. Okay? But I know you're being bounced around. You don't like being bounced around. Well, I just turned this thing around. See? You can see my face now. I'm the troglodyte. I do a lot of crazy things, but within reason, because I can't lift anything. Now, later today, when I find that plug that I sat down and lost, I will be doing other things. I've got a trailer I still have to rewire, and that plug will help me because I can make sure the light plug on the back of the truck is working properly. Okay, there's the truck over there. I got to make sure that wiring works with that trailer that's over there. See, somebody else in a past video I showed you when I was playing around with it, they destroyed the wire end. So I gotta fix a tire on it. Then I gotta get the whole left side jacked up so I can get underneath there, because I guess can't simply crawl underneath those things anymore, especially on concrete. People with a back injury in concrete, oh God, you want to see somebody scream bloody blue hell? Watch them get up from concrete. And as you can see, my mess. That's where the bunny rabbit was when I caught him. Okay, and let's extend you guys up a little. There's the lake down there. My nice little lake. And I'm gonna shrink you back down. And like I said, I'm the truckloadite. My sign truckloadite is my sign from when I was a truck driver, heavy equipment operator. And that's what they called me. And it stuck. No matter how many times I explain to people what it means and everything, we got these Latin experts that think they know more, and they don't. So, like I say in the past, like my channel. It only helps if you like it. It means my count of people that actually view it go up. So on my channel, just like it. I do different things. I don't have to do mechanical stuff. I can do shooting. I can do other mechanical devices or things. I've got, well, here, I'll zoom in before we go. Okay. You see that little pile in the middle of the picture frame? That is good dark earth from the lake, because I'm cleaning down to the white sand down there, and that's going to go into my garden. Rich, fertile soil. But that will be another video. We'll see y'all later. Bye.